Hello, you glorious assortment of entities, and welcome to the official release of Off, a game that, until this very day, well, until a few days ago, actually, from when I'm recording this, until then, was completely French. There were fan translations that got very popular over here in the States, and you may have seen Markiplier play it. I did, kind of. It was a very long time ago that I saw that playthrough, and I was half asleep during most of it, so I don't remember anything. Except for some of the music, and, I know that that is what has changed. That in this re-release, the original composer, or composers, I cannot remember, did not, for whatever reason, want to allow their music to be used or come back to do a reprise. Which I have no judgments against. People can do with their music whatever they want to. What I do know is that one of the new musicians is Toby Fox. And you know how I feel about that guy. So I'm very excited. Yeah. That looks about right. Let's, without further ado, let's get started. Unproductive fun time, Mortis Ghost, fan gamer. It's been so long. Caution, it is possible that certain scenes in this game may prove shocking to an unwarned public. Or maybe not. Identify yourself. Sorry, I'm kind of sick. You can call me 12 Point. Yeah. As far as you're concerned, yes. Well, I'm more towards this. But technically, no. Why does it matter? Alright. Welcome, 12 Point. You've been assigned to the being called the Batter. The Batter is on a mission. Be sure that it is accomplished. We will let you both out in Zone 0. Good luck. For more information, find the one called the Judge. To move my body, use the left stick. Interact with the environment, use A. I'm fast. Oh, I'm very four-directional. This game is very old, so that makes sense. Allow me to do one thing real quick here. Okay, I just fixed the audio a bit. Let's continue then. Oh. Batter, purify. Batter, level 1, pure, HP 100, XP nothing of 736, CC 100 of 100, purifier. Competencies, items, nothing. Equipment, probably nothing. Options, equip, nope. Offensive, Herald Bat, defensive, nothing, special, nothing, nickname the Purifier class, Savior, state pure. Huh. Zone 0. Hello, creature. What voice to give to you? I see now what it means by dynamic border. The middle part there is the original game. Oh, the rates. Like the... Oh, I'm so excited. There can be no living beings in Zone 0. I deduce, therefore, that you are a figment of my imagination. Nevertheless, I will introduce myself. I am the judge, and I am aching to know your name, my dear illusory interlocutor. I'm the batter. I've been entrusted with a sacred mission. Delighted, I'm sure, but I am not addressing the body, only the soul that it harbors. What is your name, controller? Their name is 12 Point. They can't talk to us. Now that's what I'm talking about. There. They, them, thank you, the batter. They can't talk to us. However, they can see and hear everything. Although to me and you are nothing more than an imaginary specter, I must say that I am delighted to make your acquaintance as well, my dear 12 Point. I believe we need your help. Many people require my services, you know. Everybody loves cats. We rub ourselves against their legs and purr in the most insistent manner. They adore that. I'm not talking about that kind of help. I see. But what sorts of service could I offer to an ectoplasmic entity? I have a sacred mission to fulfill. I must purify the world. There is no objective more laudable. Therefore, I agree to serve as your guide through this place, if I may be of any assistance. Thanks. Ooh, yeah. So this border here is the original game, but the outside is just to make it fit to my screen ratio, right? Wonderful. It's impossible to get around this obstacle. So, this game off was originally released in 2008. Undertale was released in 2015, but was initiated to be released in 2014. What I'm saying is, this game is the first that I had seen that had the player being a separate entity to the main character, the controlled character, the player character. Like, Deltarune is really doing a lot of that now, but I don't know if any game had done it before off. I know the cat's up there, Judge's up there. Quite peculiar. 4-4. Okay, sticky note time. Ugh. Have to move my slide rule chopsticks. Desk is a bit of a mess at the moment. Okay, where's my pencil? There's my pencil. I need to get my fancy pen in here. 4, 4, 8. 2, 8, 7, C. That has been written down in the exact configuration that it appears. What's this? A luck ticket has been found. Can I... No, I can't get through there yet. Hello, Judge. Before I speak to you, though... Recovers a moderate amount of HP. Great. Allow me to confess that I find you quite tangible for a phantasmagorical being. Might you in fact be a person of flesh and blood? I think so. I was mistaken from the first, and you did not even interrupt my fanciful soliloquizing. I must say this is really quite strange. You are the first living being I have ever met in this place. I had concluded, therefore, that Zone 0 was empty. All too obvious that I was mistaken. Now, then, there are other zones in these territories that you may find yourself subject to the violent attentions of certain hostile individuals. Your sacred mission may well lead you to those places. Would you like me to acquaint you with the art of violent confrontation? Combat tutorial? Yep, please. This is the battle screen. As you can see, you will find yourself placed on the right side of the screen. Meanwhile, your opponent, in this case your humble servant, will be placed on the left, positioned appropriately for a single combat. As battle begins, you will be given your first choice. You must decide between attack, defend, competence, and objects. Naturally, attack allows you to engage your opponent in the classical manner. Now it is time to put theory in practice. Choose the word attack from the menu, undulating before you, and then select my form to slay me with your bat. What if I disobey you? Like, this is a 2008 game. I'm not sure if they had, like, other options, like, you could. But I know nothing about this game. But it takes offense. No, 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 no. You really have not understood me at all. It makes one tear one's hair out. I will repeat myself. Open widely your ears. As battle begins, you will be given your first choice. You must decide between attack, defend, competence, and objects. Naturally, attack allows you to engage in a classical manner. Now, it is time to put theory into practice. Choose the attack from the menu, undulating before you, and then select my form to slay me with your bat. The batter used wide angle, a cryptic feline of odd appearances. Unable to detect type, no weakness is detected. No, no, no. Fine. The judge does nothing. Fine. Excellent, my dear sportive companion. Remember that the impact of your assault is determined by the level of both the batter and his opponent. Your iron volition may result in the occasional critical strike. This will cause the teeth to fly in heaps, I'm sure. When you're ready, strike again. It is also possible for you, or your adversaries, to slyly avoid the offensive moves you exchange. Just as it is your goal to purify these specters, they wish to eliminate you. You may guard against such feeble attempts. Choose defend and protect yourself from one of my dastardly blows. Ow. The batter takes a defensive stance. Now, once more, if you'd be so kind to prove your mastery of defense. I can't. Okay. Even the best sportsmen, I believe, are subject to the callous wow. Vicissitudes. Judge, you're giving even me a run for my money. Even the best sportsmen, I believe, are subject to the callous vicissitudes of the playing field. Do not fret. You can recover from these grievous injuries. Competence permits you to use one of your special talents. Objects grants you access to the inventory you are carrying. Now let us attempt to utilize an object. Take this luck ticket and graciously use it on the batter's person. So this is an interesting mechanic here. So Judge's little rhombus fills up before making an action, whereas I have the little bar on the bottom right. I have 4 luck tickets. Impeccable! Your mastery of battle borders on brilliancy, my friend. But there's one more thing we have not yet addressed. I am speaking, of course, of your competencies. Speaking generally, there are special moves that trigger surprising effects. For example, a competence might trigger an unusually powerful attack, or induce a resurgence of health points. In any case, you must remember that using incompetence will incur some degree of competence cost. So I suggest you wield these skills with parsimony. With competence costs exhausted, you'll find heavy assaults impossible to carry out. And if by some mischance you cross swords with a more than worthy opponent before recovering it, victory will be uncertain at best. Now then, let us try once. Choose competence, then run with courage, a skill calibrated to brutalize your enemies. Metal attack, effective against most specters. 42. Not that much more than a normal one. Now that you have mastered not only this competence, but the very art of combat, You must remember that there is a cost to showing your steely resolve in this way. Your sacred mission will depend on your mastery of these abilities. The confrontation ends, theoretically, when the health points of you and your opponent and your confreres, or those of your opponents, fall to 0. You take care of your health if you are hoping to pursue a career in purification. The better gain 50 XP, 10 crit. Now you are all ready to dispose of all the impure obstacles standing between you and success on your luminous mission, provided that your intelligence is advanced as your undeniable capacity for raining bat blows upon an innocent cat. At all events, your training has not yet reached its end. Please do follow me if you would like my guidance a while longer. Just because he said that. Okay. Worth a shot since I'm so very fast. Oh. 448287C. There's nothing here. This is fine, I'll write this one down as well, why not? 1, 2, 3, 4. On a big wall. I'm not sure if that's actually useful, but... Ah yes, passing through here will require careful operation of your cerebral apparatus. I've missed... I believe that these floating blocks correspond in some way or another to the symbols you see before you on the wall. Well then, I guess it would be... So I didn't need to write that in at all. Great. Once more, I'll be back. The box was not removed from the other area. Interesting. I'll write this down as well, just in case. 126 window space window 823. Now we're getting somewhere, aren't we? No 4 though. Is there a problem, charming hero? I cannot do everything for you. I'm not your father, after all. But if I might offer a suggestion, perhaps you could try to activate some of the floating blocks more than once, if it proves necessary. Come now, solve this intriguing obstacle for me post-haste. I wish to rejoin the ground floor as soon as possible. Okay. So if we're talking like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, would it not be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 2, 3. Hey. Aha, finally, after our exertions, the eagerly awaited recompense arrives upon the scene. Recompense, sorry. This is like a numpad. What about the, I want to call it an elevator, but I'm not sure it is. It would be 4, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 2, 8, 7, C. Good thing I wrote it down, right? Piece of silver flesh has been found. Ew. Well, I think ew. What's... Recovers a monorail... Oh, CC. Still ew, but useful. I solved the puzzle for you. Okay, Judge. Yeah, you are just a cat. What if my cat's anywhere around here? I'm out! Yeah, if she's around, she'll come around. If she enters, I might show her to you. Now feast your eyes upon an accessory that will prove especially useful on your purifying quest, my enlightened student and supportive friend. It is a cube floating in the air, as you have no doubt noticed. Nevertheless, you will be able to distinguish it from its fellows by the tasteless contrast forced upon your gaze by its clashing colors, which defy any sensible theory of the visual arts. Do not judge it too quickly, however, for in spite of its questionable appearance, this red cube possesses an undeniable utility. In addition to restoring your health and competence points in their entirety, it is capable of saving your progress and sending you to the nothingness. The nothingness is a place of transition outside of space itself, where you can travel from one point to another at the speed of light. Now, I invite you to try it out for yourself in order to discover regions of the more populous than this deserted place. Open your wings, my dear companion, and fly toward the zones ahead without hesitation. Your only enemy is the fear that will grip you. Okay. Do not worry, I too travel widely across the zones of this world. I am certain that we will meet again. Ah, yes, but by the by, take this curiously named item is the key that will grant you entry to Zone 1. Have I explained that you can at any moment examine yourself and your inventory by pressing menu? The Leo card has been found. Well, I'd prefer that to be Y, actually. What do these do? Window scaling, combat selection, fill screen, dialog font. Okay, I can't change my controls then. What I do have is, okay, the Leo card. Yeah, that's what Judge said. Yeah. Health points and competence points completely restored. Return to the nothingness. I got an achievement. Did the hardest part. We're exiting Zone 0. World map question mark? Zone 0. That's Zone 2. Is this Zone 1 then? Why is Zone 1 so big? What is this about? Why is it leaving me? This is why I turn the sound up. I cannot interact with the world map. I want to see what happens when it leaves. Oh, it comes back. Okay. Enter Zone 1? Yes. Ow! That looked like it hurt. But I'm afraid that, in retrospect, this is all the time I've had for today, and I will have to end this video here. Thank you all, and I will see you next time.